here's Kinsler with a drive. High and deep to left field. De Aza gives it a look, but this ball is gone. A home run. So it's a solo shot for Ian Kinsler. 12 home runs for him now thus far as the Tigers grab a 1-0 lead.
Boy, I've heard of a quick strike offense, but they don't come any quicker than this. One pitch into the ballgame, and it's already 1-0.
Curtis Granderson will take his first cuts now, and after the leadoff home run to start the ball game, does the game plan change at all from a pitching perspective?
Well, I think it's a little bit more of a shock to the system than anything else. You're just not expecting that leadoff guy to be the guy that takes it deep.
The 1-0 now to Granderson. 2-0 now.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with two good takes.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Batting third, right fielder,
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in now as you check out his OPS, that number translating into on base plus slugging, and his is in the stratosphere so far.
Yeah, and just for the record, the major league leader a year ago was Miguel Cabrera.
And now meanwhile, here's a ball headed out toward deep left center field, and this is going to clear the wall. A home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. Number 10 for him on the year. And it's given Detroit a 2-0 lead.
And early on here, he's having real trouble locating his pitches. I mean, this is another pitch that's biting off way too much of the plate. And they've roughed him up for 2 home runs already, and we're not out of the first yet.
Miguel Cabrera will dig in here, and he'll do so with the 8th best average in the American League entering play. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Ready with the 2-1. Got him lunging that time as he pushes one on the ground to second. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
You know, I don't think this is what he intended to have happen, but it's going to work out for him. Once he saw the ball get by the pitcher's mound, we knew it was going to be a tough play. And sure enough, he winds up beating this thing out for an infield single.
A look at Cabrera, now the pitch. Lined hard to center field. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
Boy, that's now 3 extra base hits he's coughed up here in the first inning. And a lot of times that doesn't bode all that well for him sticking around late into a ball game. So he's going to need to turn things around right now, or he might be looking at a real short outing.
And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. And this throw almost took off on him, but a fine play to leave his feet at first and then come down on the bag to record the second out.
I think he's going to owe his first baseman big time after that play. You know, the throw is high, and that'll be a sure error, but look at the hops as he gets up to snare it. Then he comes down with his foot on the bag. That's a nice play.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. There you see the league leaders in hitting we touched on a moment ago. And this is swung on and bounced up the center of the diamond. Off-balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
Well, there have been some hard-hit balls in the inning already. But this isn't exactly one of them, but it's going to work out well for him just the same. As he reaches here with another hit in the inning, and this one's just an infield single.
Justin Upton will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
First pitch on its way to Upton. Fastball swung on and hit on the ground at third. They'll go the short way to Beckham, and that ends the inning. So Alexi Ramirez will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
And leading off for the White Sox, the shortstop, Alexi
right there
Ramirez.
for strike 1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
A late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2.
That's right where he's going to need to be against this lineup. On the corners all night long.
And that is swung on and missed, and Ramirez is a strikeout victim, 1 away. Adam Eaton digs in at the plate.
Second,
first pitch on its way from Verlander. And looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1. One good fastball deserves another as he jumps ahead 0-2 now.
And you can forget about trying to set up a guy. That's 5 pitches, 5 strikes.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away. Alejandro De Aza will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. Back with more here on a 2. Jose Iglesias will dig in now. And as you can see, he's right up there in the American League batting race, currently second entering play. Now a hard liner toward short, but a fine grab by the shortstop Ramirez as he takes away a hit, and there's one gone.
And this is what he's got to do out there. Just focus on the task ahead. It'd be easy to go into a shell after giving up those 2 home runs in the first inning, but he knows they're counting on him to give him a few more innings, so he'll need to respond.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Took something off the curveball there. 76 miles an hour. It's 0-2. Way outside. 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
Fouled back. 1 out, nobody on. Now a ball lined toward right center. And this will be a base hit for Kinsler.
Boy, the hits just keep on coming here. You see the highlighted column right there. That's 6 against him already, and we're just in the second inning.
Big hole on the right side. Here's the first pitch. And now a ball hit fairly well here out to the deep part of left field. De Aza is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in again. He homered his first time around. Now here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. Garcia is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Tigers leave one. They lead. Diane Viciedo will stand in, and you see the slow start by the numbers as he's struggling to crack 200 on this new season. And that misses, ball one. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
In there, and it's full 3-2.
Well, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
And he takes ball four. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Avisail Garcia will dig in for the first time now. He's got that average up nearing the 340 mark to begin play. And now this is swung on and pulled down the third base line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball.
And even though they've been out-hit by 5 so far, this is still just a 3-0 game. So they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Here's the circle change, and a dandy that time as he jumps ahead with strike one.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Pitch on its way to Avila. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Yeah, and give that guy some credit up there. Fought off a few tough pitches there, 0-2, but in the end, just had no answer for that one.
And this is hit weakly in fair territory up the line. And he'll just step on first here to take the shooter out. Jeff Keppinger will stand in now, just a few ticks shy of the 300 mark for the season. He'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And right now, he shouldn't have any second thoughts about working hard inside. Even if you hit the guy, you've got the open base to protect you. You've got to keep this guy from getting extended.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, 2-2 now.
Boy, and if these guys come away with nothing here,
and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. White Sox strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. Miguel Cabrera will take his first cuts now, and obviously a dangerous hitter, the reigning American League MVP. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. And this is fouled straight back. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Leadoff man retired now for the switch hitting catcher Victor Martinez.
Victor Martinez.
Here's a swing and a shot back up the middle, and Martinez is going to have himself a base knock. Jared Saltalamacchia will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
Saltalamacchia.
High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Swing, and he pops him up behind the bag at second. And this will be taken in here by Beckham for the second out.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion. And you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. He'll be feeling that one all night long.
And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd, a foul ball. Sliced hard, but foul. Look out over there. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
And this is high for a ball, so from 0-2, he's worked it back to 2-2 now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Step on second for the force, and that'll do it. Gordon Beckham will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Gordon Beckham.
Back to work now is Verlander as the first pitch of the inning is swung on and missed for strike one.
I'm not sure that pitch would break a pane of glass. That is very tough for a big league hitter to wait that out.
Now a swing and a fly ball, not hit all that well out towards Stanton and right. One down.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Alexi Ramirez will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first. First pitch coming. And there's a fastball from Verlander to jump ahead 0-1. Good curveball, strike two.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Adam Eaton will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Too low, 1-0.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
That one's in there, 3-1.
And just 69 miles an hour on that breaking ball. That's barely moving.
Swing and a miss, and the count goes full, 3-2.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
Now batting, left fielder, Alejandro.
First pitch of the at-bat is lifted in the air out to left. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. And there is Justin Upton now. As mentioned, he'll lead things off to kick off the fourth.
Justin Upton.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. And this will wind up a foul ball. Swing and a liner toward right center. And he is going to have extra bases to start the fourth. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
The shortstop, number 1. Jose
Things
Iglesias.
are not really going his way out there for him at all. I mean, that's already 8 hits he's allowed in just 3+ innings. It's hard to imagine him turning things around the way he's thrown the ball so far.
Upton with his lead. Now the pitch. Here's a hard hit ball and caught over there at first. And that's a loud out number 1.
Well, here's one of the few things that hasn't gone his way during this recent hot streak of his. He's been tearing the cover off the ball for the last week or two, and he does it again right here, but this time he's going to come up empty.
First pitch to him. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Well hit, deep right center field. And this is going to find the gap. Extra bases for Kinsler.
Oh, darn near had his second home run of the ball game. You see, this thing bangs off the wall out there. He's into second with a double.
So it's second and third with one gone now. And standing in now is the dangerous center fielder, Curtis Granderson. And that is going to be a base hit. And they will not get him at the plate as 2 runs are in, and it's 5-0.
Well, even though he's the number 2 hitter in the lineup, he says, hey, I'm not just here to be a hit and run guy. I can drive in runs just as well as the 3 and 4 guys can. True to his word, he comes through here with a 2-run single.
Now a ball hit sharply on the ground to third. And Stanton's aboard. It's a base hit. And the throw will come back in quickly, so it's first and second now with only 1 away. Here comes Robin Ventura now out of the White Sox dugout. And we'll have a new pitcher coming on, as that's going to do it for John Danks.
Number 45, Eric Johnson.
Miguel Cabrera comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. Slider, oh look out as that one just about took his nose off. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Runner holding tight at second, now the pitch. Now a slider hit pretty well, but he might have got under it just a bit as this is out toward deep center. Eaton is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. And he'll get in there safely at third. Second and third now with 2 gone. Victor Martinez will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
Now a swing from Martinez as he sends this one on the ground to shortstop. Oh, in trouble for Ramirez.
When you're already losing, the one thing you can't do is give away more runs. You're already in the hole. The last thing you want to do is keep digging, but that's what's happening right here. Things are going from bad to worse now.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And this pitch is swung on and hit routinely on the ground to second. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. Diane Viciedo will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Avisail Garcia will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. It's still on his mind.
he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. Alex Avila will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
A lot of these guys have come into these at-bats trying to be the aggressor, trying to make something happen. But what has happened is that they've swung and missed themselves into some early holes.
And this ball will be chopped foul. Now a swing and another ball that I believe will find its way into the seats. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Nick Castellanos will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Hard hit down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th. Leadoff man gone for the left fielder, Justin Upton.
The left fielder, number 10, Justin Upton.
Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. Throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
But a quick glove at third, and there are 2 gone. Jose Iglesias will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. Just want.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end. Connor Gillespie will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Bottom 3 in the batting order here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1. Waved at and missed as he took something off there. 1-1.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
And in front of the screen, he'll look it into the glove for the first out of the inning. Jeff Keppinger will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
1-1. The slider up into the 90s there. It's 1-2.
Yeah, he must have been looking for that same breaking ball because that pitch, it's right there.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first, and Verlander's got it going here. 2 away. Gordon Beckham will try it again. He flew out his first time. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Fouled straight back. Here's a swing and a foul ball. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And foul. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game. And Ian Kinsler will start things off for the Tigers. Says it'll be 9-1-2 in the inning. Top of the order, Granderson waiting on deck. And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. Curtis Granderson will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far.
Curtis Granderson.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
And that's lined into center field, and look out now. Back-to-back singles open up the inning. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Outside, 3-0 now. And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
2 straight singles, now a walk. He's making it real tough on himself here as he starts the inning by loading the bases.
Miguel Cabrera will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so he probably won't be working the corners.
Nowhere to put him here as he falls behind now, 2-0.
You get the sense he's starting to panic a little bit out there. He's not following through on any of his deliveries, and some of his pitches aren't all that close to the strike zone.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. From the stretch. And that one finds the target on the outside corner, 2-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. Garcia is there. Let's see if they try it. And the throw comes in, and all 3 runners are forced to hold on with 1 away now.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Victor Martinez will stand
Martinez.
in. He reached on an error last time through. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Ramirez for 1. On to first, but not in time. He beats it out to keep the inning alive, and the run is in to score. Jared Saltalamacchia will step in now and see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. And now the bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there. Alexi Ramirez will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
And I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed, 1-2 now. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Center fielder, Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Strike 3 called, and that is back-to-back punch-outs here in the inning. 3 in a row total, and there are 2 away. Alejandro De Aza will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And that's cut on and missed by De Aza as he's in a quick 0-2 hole now.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Verlander ready with another 0-2. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. Back here on the south side of Chicago, we're through the first 6 innings with the Tigers on top, and before we start the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary. And there's a fastball that's hammered the other way to deep right field. And that is into the right field seats. It's a home run. It's a solo shot off the bat of Nick Castellanos. 8th home run on the season for him as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
The batter, left fielder
Justin Upton will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. Eaton has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. Garcia is there, 2 down. So 2 outs now here in the Detroit half of the 7th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Hit hard to the right side, but right to him out at second. Needed just a little more height on that one, but instead, Diane Viciedo will stiff the home half of the 7th.
For the White Sox, first baseman, Diane.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. Avisail Garcia will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. And Upton's got this one. 2 away now. Alex Avila will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
We've talked about all the strikeouts. The only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ballgame, and the side is retired. Curtis Granderson. Scott Downs will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. And here is Curtis Granderson now. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Giancarlo Stanton will try it again. He homered back in the first inning of this one.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Beckham for 1. On to Viciedo at first. It's a double play. Miguel Cabrera will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around.
Miguel Cabrera.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a ball hit in the air. Garcia is under it, and he makes the catch for out number. Connor Gillespie will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Jeff Keppinger is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Verlander ready with another 0-2. And this is swung on, and it'll be another chance out there at second. There to get it is Kinsler, and they will get... No! He's in there. A very close play at first.
Second baseman,
Gordon
number
Beckham
15.
will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And he'll go after the first offering here, although this looked to be well below the knees. It's strike one. Now a swing and a ground ball. Kinsler for one. On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is Victor Martinez will get us started as they look for a little insurance here in the top of the ninth.
Designated hitter, Victor Martinez.
A ball hit softly on a line to third. And this will be no problem over at third, and there's the first out. Jared Saltalamacchia will try and erase his 0 for 4 in the ball game. Oh, and he hung him a curveball there, and he's going to live to regret it as this ball is going to wind up well over the wall in left field. A long home run. Nick Castellanos will stand in to try it again, already with one home run of the ball game, and on cue, there it was back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. That hits the outside corner. It's strike one. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Now a fastball, and he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Gillespie is under it. 2 gone. Justin Upton will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around.
Upton.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there, but hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
A 1-1 now to Upton. Swing and a line drive to left. De Aza is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But tack on one more. Alexi Ramirez will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Now the 1-1 to Ramirez. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Adam Eaton will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far. And he lays off there, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ooh, and he finds his spot there, 1-1.
Oh, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change, 1-2. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. Alejandro De Aza will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
And that's going to do it as the catch is made, and the Tigers will add 1 more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And, guys, the Tigers got a great start in this one out of the gentleman you see there. Justin Verlander. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
16
Yeah,
hits,
definitely no
errors,
debate as far as I'm
8 men on
concerned.
base.
He was really in complete control the whole way through.
The White Sox,
only
no
really got
runs
into
on only
trouble
2
a
hits.
few times,
1
and
error.
he winds up with
They
a
left
complete
4
game
men on
shutout.
base. The winning pitcher is Justin Verlander. His record is now 5-0. The loss goes to John Danks. He falls to 3-3.